flue, you know, the damper. That's what it's called, the damper.
Yeah.
And he's like, he could see like a dead rat in
Huh.
there, and so it's also just a good idea to get the chimney inspected before you know, just like you just moved in because you don't know what the other people burned in there, that sort of thing. Um, but he comes in, he gets the rats. There's two rats out, and it looks like everything looks good, but like, let me go to the top, and he found out like apparently I don't know how long ago they had put in like a new um, chimney cap,
Mhm.
but they hadn't really put it in right, and so like the rain pan was not working right, and then there's also a gap between the chimney cap
Huh.
and the pipe, and so that means between the pipe and where the pipe ends and the chimney cap is, there's like exposed wood, so you can't use the fireplace because little embers could catch on fire and you'll burn. You know, your attic could catch on fire. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, I was like, how much is it gonna cost? He's like, I'm not sure because
Mhm.
this is a prefab fireplace. It's
Mhm.
probably one of the first models that they put out, like in the 80s. He's like, they
Mhm.
don't make it anymore. So I'm gonna have to see if I can even find parts for this, like the pipe size,
Mhm.
because they make them in standard sizes now. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So it might be like $1,200 to $1,500
Oof.
just to repair that, right? Just to be able to like use the fireplace. I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
I
give
might
me a
just,
quote and we'll see what I do.
yeah, I might just have to stick with the fire pits outside. Mhm.
I know. I was thinking like maybe for this year, we're gonna bonfire outside and that's it.
Yeah.
But I don't know because that's a lot of money, right? It's like, oh,
Yeah.
right off the bat.
Mhm. I sent you an invite on the thing.
See that.
But yeah, that's crazy.
So it's been pretty good. I still gotta put up some more curtains and put up some replace some light fixtures in the rooms, like the bedrooms with ceiling fans
Yeah.
and lights and stuff like that, and just little things like that. I'm pretty busy throughout the week. Like I'm doing a class at church. They offer these school discipleship course. You know, I think I mentioned it was like, or maybe not. It's like, you know how like La Roca Uno Cero Uno is like, this is
Yeah.
like a complete. This is like a 12-week course where they
Yeah.
go through like the basics of the faith and that sort of thing. So I'm in phase two. There's four phases, and so
Mhm.
like I'm doing that Monday nights. That's like 7 to 9, and then I joined the choir at church. So I'm
Nice.
I have choir practice Wednesdays
Yeah.
from 6:30 to like 8 or 8:30.
Mhm.
Um, Tuesdays I usually try to go down to see Lauren and the boys, you know, to have dinner with them.
Yeah.
And then basically like Thursday, you know, I have gaming typically, and then Friday. Now every other Friday I'm gonna have my little home group. So like
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff. It's a little hard to find time to do
Yeah.
everything, you know.
Mhm.
But anyway, how's your week been?
It's been great. Definitely adjusting to the assistant manager role for sure here and there. Say the main thing is just the fact that my staff's a little laid back, which I'm not, as I used to. I think I mentioned that the last time I played, where like what do you call it? My last store was like more like, oh, there's truck, that just came in, let's finish it,
Yeah.
and like then that way the rest of the week will be easy and stuff like that. But for them, since the truck's pretty small, the warehouse is small, so we don't really get big trucks like we did at South Forsyth. So it's like, maybe 2-3 pallets as opposed to what I was used to in the old store was like 10 or 20 pallets, sometimes. So, and it's like pallets full of paint, and so yeah, so it's much more lenient, obviously, like if it comes in, if it's blocking something, obviously you try to put it up, but then like if it's not immediately in the way but it's there, usually like the part-timers or the full-timer will like, take their time throughout the week to work on it. As long as it's not like the day, as long as they get it done like the day before the next truck comes in, then I mean,
Right.
that's fine, but I mean, Yeah, which I mean, I guess it's a small store. Like, it's in a shopping center. Like, if you thought my store was small, like when the one you came to, like my old store, like this one's even smaller. So it's like probably half the size, to be honest. If you were to cut it like down the middle, yeah, it's about half the size. So, um, what do you call it? Yeah, so there isn't really much as far as product that we can fit back there, which is why my manager's also kind of like, picky when it comes to what we order in. Like we just more or less, order the bare essentials, like the stuff that we know we're gonna sell, like, on a day-to-day basis. Or if there is a customer that we got some paint for, then we'll try to get a little bit more of a certain paint for them. But like 9 times out of 10, it'll be like, we'll usually have like a couple gallons of a certain thing, here and there, but like, not really like, hundreds of gallons like it was at my old store. So, but I mean, still got a good bit. I mean, of most product grades and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, aside from that though, I mean, everything's been good. I mean, I've been, like I said, getting used to more of the duties. Right now, well, the main thing I'm doing is like this, like, kind of like training course thing that I have to do on our website and stuff like that, where it's like the assistant manager training thing.
Okay.
And so it's basically I had to finish like it was like 150 assignments or whatnot, and like each one just like teaches a different thing. Most of them it's stuff I already know, and there's like the occasional stuff that I'll really learn. So I really just breeze through most of it. But some of them obviously take more longer than others. So like I think I only have like 20 something left out of the 150 something that I did or that I had to start with. So
That's good.
yeah, so I'm almost done with that. I probably finish the rest, on that I can on Saturday, because I know there's some on there that are like it's like, oh, you need like to have your city manager come in to like evaluate this or something like that, and so it's like more like evaluation stuff. But it's like I need some, the city manager there, but she hasn't come to our store yet. So like I have to skip those, and so like there's some that I physically can't do at the moment, but as long as I get like the bare minimum, like the ones that I like most of them done, then I should be ready for the actual assistant manager training, which will be over in like our district office in Atlanta. And so I get to stay there for a couple days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to take the hotel, but I was like, I might as well take the
Yeah.
free hotel option. It's at a nice little Marriott down. It's pretty much right where that the Atlanta church used to be at. The
Oh, I
one,
know that Marriott.
yeah,
I stayed
yeah,
there.
yeah. So that I don't know if you saw that building next to it had like the Sherwin-Williams logo on it and stuff like that on the
Yeah.
top. Yeah, so that's the corporate office. So I basically have to.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so at least for the Atlanta district, that's the corporate office there. So, um,
So you
ba-
just stay in the hotel and then just walk across the street for training
pretty much, yeah,
or the parking lot? Oh, that's cool.
yeah. Rather than drive through traffic, and I mean, also just be nice to staying in hotel and stuff like that. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
So it's
So
Marriott, like I stayed there when I came up to look at the law school in
yeah,
2014, So like I
yeah.
haven't been there since, but like
Mhm.
fond memories.
Mhm.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So
When do you think that's gonna be? Because like when do you think you'll finish your 150?
usually, from what my Ricky told me, because he had just done his like a couple months back. It's one of those things where they usually try to do like you know usually like every 3 months kind of thing, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less time. It kind of just depends on the new assistant managers, but it's not just assistant managers in Georgia. Funny enough, it's actually in most of the southeast like states. So people from Florida, people from Alabama, people from North and South Carolina and Tennessee come to this one because it's the closest corporate office in the area. Because like the main corporate office is in Ohio.
Oh god, like
Yeah.
actual headquarters.
Yeah, like the main Sherwin-Williams headquarters. And so basically that one encompasses like the states around Ohio as well as Ohio. And then like for the southeast division, it's what do you call it? It's in Atlanta, and then like any states around Atlanta pretty much go to it. So for those, obviously, it makes sense for them to have to stay at a hotel because going from Florida to there, like so, and obviously the company pays for all that, so it's like might as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's built into their budget. It's
Yeah,
just gonna be better for you. You don't have to go through the traffic.
yeah,
You can sleep in a little bit more. Get to the training refreshed and
yeah,
everything like that.
yeah, exactly. And then afterwards, obviously, the training's only until like I think like 3 or 4 p.m. So then after that, I can just relax or go around the city since I'd already be in that kind of area. So
Yeah,
there's some nice restaurants around there. I can get dinner at. So yeah, I mean, might as well.
that'd be cool. And you'll be there with other people doing that training, probably, right?
Yeah, other people who just recently became assistant managers at the same time that I have. So, which as far as for my district, I think there's only like one or two that I know of. But then after that, I mean, of course, it's just dependent on like other states and other districts in Georgia and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah. And then what's it called? My trip with my parents to New York was really nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I
And
got
you guys were there just for like a few days, right?
yeah, it was mainly like technically as far as like the city, it was what's it called? 2 full days really. And that second day was more of a mostly full day, I guess you could say. So, I mean, honestly, I felt like to really experience like the majority of the city, I felt like I would have needed like a week. Because there's definitely some like things that I missed out on. Like we didn't even go to Central Park because of how massive it is, and then like how what do you call it? The benefit was we had family up there, and then like they kind of gave us a rundown of where to go and how to get to the city because driving in the city is a nightmare from what I've
Yeah.
heard. And so basically they live in Jersey City, and so we parked our car in their like what do you call it, in front of their like house or whatnot, and after that we just like got to like one of the street corners, and then a bus would pick us up, and then that bus would take us straight to the New York City bus terminal. And so from there it was just a matter of like getting these tickets for this thing called like the big bus, which is basically like this big bus that takes us around like major landmarks. There's more than one, but the one that we took is the one that takes you around like the south part of Manhattan, and then like there's another one that would have taken us through Central Park, which would have been the north part of Manhattan. But obviously, there's more landmarks and stuff on the south part as opposed to the north part. So like I got to see like Empire State Building on there. And it's cool because it's one of those double decker buses where like the top part like is open, so you can like see and take pictures and stuff like that. And so what do you call it? So we did that. We got to see the Empire State Building. Got to stop by Chinatown and Little Italy over there, which is pretty cool. Then after that, we went to the 9/11 memorial area.
Okay.
And so we got to see like where the Twin Towers used to be, and they have like those like fountains and stuff like that in their place. And then obviously got to see the new One World Trade Center and the what do you call it? And then like we went to the 9/11 Memorial Museum, which is like underneath, underneath where the towers used to be, like where the garage floor, parking garage used to be, and they made it into a museum and stuff like that. So there's like a lot of like artifacts and pictures and stuff of like the whole event, which one of those things where I definitely wanted to like see in person and stuff like that. Like I'd read some stuff about it online, and it's kind of one of those things where like that topic of like 9/11 was always kind of like one of those things where I was like interested in like the history of it, and like like all the stuff that happened or whatnot. Like I even think I remember doing like a research project on it one time in like middle school. So it was cool to like finally get to see like that area and stuff in person. Obviously, once you like, I don't know if you've ever been to it, but If you when you go there, like, and someone online mentioned this, and couldn't be further for the truth. But when you get to that part of the city where like it's that memorial, like rather than the whole rest of the city where it's like all quiet and stuff like that, when you get to like that memorial area, like it just or it gets like it's like super like quiet, like no one's like talking and stuff like that. Like the rest of the city is always like loud, and you hear cars and everything. But like as soon as you get to that area, it kind of just like the environment kind of just like goes all like you know like out of respect and stuff like that.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, so and there was a lot of people there too, like which I mean I guess we came the same month as 9/11, so September. So yeah,
True. I mean, you were after the date.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's
so
crazy. Yeah, because it's been over 20 years now.
yeah, 21 years. Yeah.
Years.
Mhm.
That's crazy. I mean, I remember, I was in 6th grade, so I remember some of it, but it would be good. It'd be cool to see that.
Yeah.
I was still young enough that it's not super impactful, and I didn't live there. I didn't know anyone there, but it would be interesting to see it.
Yeah.
You know.
Guess we're not able to restart this mission.
Oh, which one? The burger mission?
Yeah, it says Dynasty Dash mission failed. Restart mission to try again.
You can if you want. Yeah, it's just gonna be a. We should get a car first. We should get a car ready.
Yeah.
Well, although it may not start until we do this. We can do that. Restart mission. Where do we? Oh, I bet it's over here.
What the hell is it?
Nice dash. Here we go.
Backwater hillbillies of this dinosaur-infested swamp need burgers too. Help me make these deliveries. Go on, do it. And if you take out my competitor's signs, I'll cut you some slack on the time. That all rhyme.
Archimedes, you there?
Yeah, so I did that, and then also we got to see like the Statue of Liberty, not like go up to it or climb it or anything like that, but just from far away. And that was again due to like lack of time and stuff like that, because like the ferry ride over there is like, they like take you to like that island next to it. I think it's like Ellis Island or something, and then like afterwards, like then they take you to that part. So it's like a multi-hour thing. So yeah, that's the other thing.
Island. That'd be cool to go to Ellis Island too.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
all the immigrants plan.
Yeah. And then aside from that, obviously Times Square was like the another big landmark and stuff. And that's actually where our bus like starts, like the bus line. And the cool part about the bus is that they have multiple of them, and it's like a from like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. they're just like constantly like going around to those stops, like with like the designated stops in the in the tour or whatnot. And it's not like an actual tour where like you have to like what do you call it, go with like a tour guide and all this other stuff. Like no, like you just get off where you want to get off and then do your thing and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there were the ones with the tour guides, but we were just like, yeah, I would rather just not be tied down to someone and stuff like that. Taking us around and actually, kind of explore on our own. And of course, we went to like a lot of like souvenir shops, and like, there was some pretty good restaurants. We ate at this one Chinese restaurant in Chinatown. It was really good. And then there was this one stand that was selling like empanadas, and they were pretty good too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And of course, in Jersey City, and there's a lot of Peruvians, so there's a lot of Peruvian restaurants and stuff like that. So, what do you got? We got to go to a couple of those as well.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Peruvian food pretty good.
Yeah. I'd say definitely reminded me of like the Miami Peruvian food, where it's like, because I guess a lot of Peruvians live there, like it kind of has more of a like the flavor kind of feels, according to my parents at least, more authentic to like the real deal, like
Yeah, the real
made
food they're used to.
Yeah.
Burgers or swamp folk?
That's cool. I've never been to New York. I mean, I guess it'd be okay to go at least
Yeah.
once.
Yeah. It was definitely on our bucket list for a minute, but of course, a lot of the times it came down to like my sister and my mom always wanted to go to like Orlando and stuff like that for like the theme parks, which I mean, I've pretty much been to all of them at this point, so it was kind of nice to, have a change in,
It
the
probably
t-
wasn't as hot, you know,
yeah.
in New York.
Oh no, yeah, it was actually pretty chilly, especially on the second day. And what do you call it? And so on the way back, so the end of that second day, we actually ended up, stopping by Maryland because what do you call it? We haven't. My mom's uncle lives over there, and he used to live in, Braselton and stuff like that. So like we used to visit him all the time, but of course he moved up to Maryland and stuff, and so we don't really see him that often, like unless he like comes to visit or whatnot. And so like we stayed with him the last night that we were on our trip and stuff. And so that was nice. And then what helped about that too was that it made the what do you call it, the drive back a little more tolerable, because the drive there was like 13 hours, getting up to.
You guys made it in one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was like we split it in half basically. So my dad drove like the first like 6.5 hours, and I drove the second 6.5 hours, and it was definitely draining. So, but I mean, it was well worth it at least to make it on one day. And the cool part was that, well, it was annoying, but it was also cool at the same time. The annoying part was that like the GPS didn't account for tolls or something and stuff like that. So
Really?
yeah, so we went to like this part that was like near New York, like the New Jersey, New York like border kind of thing, and it was like it required like the Easy Pass, which we didn't have. And so the thing didn't tell me like, hey, this is like a toll area. So like I went and like I went through the toll, and so I had to pay for that. And then like
Yeah.
this is kind of unreal. And since I didn't have the Easy Pass, of course, it cost more. And then after that, like the GPS started kind of like getting confused or something, and so like we almost got lost for a minute trying to get to the like the hotel and stuff. So it was kind of unreal. But I mean, but the cool part was that on the way there though, like while doing that like toll thing, we got on this one bridge that got to see like the city, like New York City, from like an overview kind of thing from the side. So we got to see like all like the buildings and stuff, and it was already like 7 or near 8 o'clock at night. So like it was basically like the city at night and stuff like that. So that was a nice view like on the first day and stuff like that of getting there.
Yeah,
So.
I would like, like if I was gonna go to a different state, that far away, I would love to just travel through the different states, and make it more of a trip. Take your time, go to different places and stuff.
Yeah.
That's always more enjoyable to me.
Yeah. And that was the thing. I forgot to mention that as well. So then after Maryland, on the way back, the GPS took us through Washington, D.C., which we also had never been to. So I got to see like like the Washington Monument and the Pentagon and the White House and stuff like that. Obviously, didn't get to stop and actually see them. But at least, yeah, but we actually got to see them from far away, which is really cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta do more traveling. I don't do enough. Oh, take a road site.
Yeah.
This is not my favorite mission just because you have to equip another. I don't like the missions where you have to equip a gun.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. I got my guns already.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, it's kind of unreal. With the rogue sight?
yeah, it's just a little pistol.
Yeah. Kind of
You
unreal.
look down the scope and it shows you hidden stuff.
I know.
Like hidden symbols.
Remember that vid where Troy super murdered your siren friend?
Hold on, we missed one.
How do we top it? I don't know. Do we kill some orphans or kill some puppies? Cram a bunch of puppies into an orphanage and burn them to the ground? It's a dilemma. What's gonna keep the offerings flowing? Oh, Ty. Maybe we let our followers decide. A murder poll. Love it. Gotta run, superfan. The great vault beckons. We'll be gone soon, bitches.
You want to try this rogue site thing? We just look over to where it is on the map. You can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice little chest with like pistols or something. Yep, pistols.
Huh.
You have relatives in Florida, right?
Yeah, I have my uncle, which is my dad's cousin, or not,
Were
or
any of them affected by the hurricane?
fortunately not, because they live mainly near like Miami and stuff like that. I think Miami didn't really get like hit.
Yeah, it looked like they were better. Oh shoot, unreal.
What?
I
Oh, you
destroyed our car.
unreal.
Yeah, this weapon is dangerous
Yeah.
to everyone. Yeah, cause my family, like, they were in Brevard County, which Brevard County was hit, but like
Yeah.
they were in a spot where they really were not affected. You know, they didn't lose power. It's just the way everything flowed. They didn't lose power. They didn't have any real damage.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Mhm. Yeah, I know like Orlando also got hit a bit too, and like they had to close like the theme parks and stuff over there.
Yeah, I mean Orlando was right in the path. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm sure they got. I know they had a lot of rain.
Yeah.
And like flooding Kissimmee and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, was it like Tampa and like that one town like off the coast as well got hit pretty bad.
Oh, Fort Myers.
Yeah, Fort Myers.
Island.
Yeah. Yeah, Fort Myers and stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, I was watching the coverage while it was happening just because I was concerned about, you know, my family in Palm Bay, and
Yeah.
like afterwards I didn't really watch it, but then I heard like the stories, like the reports are like, you know,
Yeah.
there's 20 people dead, and like now it's, I don't know, it's probably like 60 or something dead.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mostly in like Fort Myers area. It's like, wow, that's really bad.
Yeah, like all the like the massive flooding and stuff, and you know, it was like it's crazy.
Yeah, the flooding, I think it was worse. I also wonder, I mean, because a lot of people evacuated.
Yeah.
But I wonder how many people didn't evacuate because they thought it was forecast to be like a category 2.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, man, are we at that point again where people
Yeah.
like Hurricane Andrew was,
Yeah.
you know, I was a kid, I was a baby, but like
Yeah.
a defining storm for Florida.
Yeah.
And Floridians, and like now we're like repeating that lesson of like, hey, you never know what the storm's gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. Like you know, Katrina and like, you know, Irma and like, you know, there's a couple of other ones that, you know, were pretty bad recently too, but I mean, I guess I don't know.
Well, and also I know my sister said there was definitely some scenes of like mobile homes, you know, and like those, I get it. Like you can't.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Like you have to evacuate. You can't stay in that.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't miss that part of Florida.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
aspect.
The other thing too was what do you call it? That I thought of as well was that funny enough, like we were actually like planning on going to what do you call it? Florida and stuff, that same, like, you know, well, the same week that we would have gone to New York, which was like, and we would have stayed longer, of course. So had we like actually done that and like left, I think it was like Monday or you know, and stuff like that, which is like, you know, a day or two before the hurricane hit. Like I'm sure we would have been caught in all that traffic of people, you know, evacuating and stuff like that. So the drive back would have been, you know, a pain and stuff like that.
You would have had to. You would have to leave earlier and get stuck in all that traffic.
Yeah. So it's a good thing we ended up going to New York, basically.
Yeah.
Which I think that another reason why it was probably pretty chilly in New York as well was because of the fact that, like, I guess that other hurricane that had gone by, like, obviously it didn't hit New York and stuff, or you know, but like I think like the high pressure, like the cold front or something that was kind of like help push it and stuff, like was you know, around, I guess, and so that's why it was pretty chilly. Like when we, I think like the low for one of the days was like 44, and like the high was like 60, like 64 or something like that. And I was like, I mean, we were still used to like the warm weather over here, so I was like, yeah, what is this? You know, like just out of nowhere. I don't even think my mom like had bought like or brought like a, you know, any sort of coat, yeah, jacket. You know, I did bring a jacket just in case. I got lucky there, but like my mom had to like buy one from like a souvenir shop just because it's just like, yeah, it was a little too much, especially on that bus ride, you know, on the top part, like, you know, and then you have all like the wind and stuff like that, and yeah, there's some parts of New York where like, you know, they don't have like, you know, they have like this one like avenue or whatnot that like you look at it and you go, if you look at it straight and you look behind you, like there's no like building at the end of each, so like the wind kind of just flows by, and so they call it like the windiest like parts of New York and stuff, is like those avenues and stuff like that. So that was especially windy in those areas. But another cool thing about the bus too was that what do you call it? They gave you like these headphones, right? And like you plugged them into like these like, you know, like headphone like inputs and stuff like that, and like, you know, you got to hear this like little, yeah, you got to hear like this little audio. It was like a pre-recorded thing, but like it like basically like every time when we got near an area, like it would mention something. So like we got to see like this one like the famous like library or something in New York, which apparently was like the first like library in the U.S. or something, or one of the first libraries in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
And it's like what do you call it? It's the same library where they filmed like Ghostbusters and a couple of other movies and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so like they would tell you that, like, oh, this is where like, yeah, Ghostbusters, or this is where the you know 1980 something Ninja Turtles live action movie was filmed, and like, you know, some other stuff. And I was like, huh. And there was like some court building too. You know, I forgot what it was called that was over there too. And, yeah, it's like big like, you know, court building in New York. That's like it's like the U.S. court or something. Like I don't know if it was like.
Oh, like the federal court?
Yeah, yeah.
Southeastern District of New York?
Yeah.
Or Southern District of New York, that's what it is.
Yeah, something like that.
That is, yeah, that's a famous one. A lot of cases get filed there.
Yeah.
A lot of federal cases. Southern District of New York. What level am I?
Yeah, I still can't equip that the crystal thingies. I'm level 29, but I have a level 27 one, and at the slot for it's like locked, so I can't equip that crystal or the artifact thing, whatever it's called.
Artifact?
Yeah. I'm not sure what that's about.
Yeah, it's one more, I think it's probably the next boss that we take down, we have that unlocked.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of unreal. And I don't know if you saw as well, but they've released the first teaser trailer for the new Mario movie.
Oh no, I had not.
Yeah, they just released it like a couple of hours ago. It's pretty nice. Obviously, you can tell that the voice is Chris Pratt, you know, in there as Mario.
Oh, he's Mario?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the cast for the Mario movies is definitely an interesting one. They have Jack Black as Bowser. They have what do you call it? That one guy from Kenan and Kel. Or no, sorry, not Kenan and Kel. Sorry. What was that show called? The one with the that one skit that was like the Aaron skit. I forgot what that was called. Key and Peele.
Key and Peele?
Yeah,
Key
I
and
think.
Peele? Yeah.
I think.
Which one do they have? Jordan Peele is the short guy that.
I think they got.
Keenan?
Yeah, Keenan. I think they have him as Toad.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and then they have I forgot who they had as Luigi or someone else that was pretty famous too. Oh yeah, and they have what's his name? The guy with the orange hair was pretty famous.
Oh, Carrot Top?
No. The actor, he was in the Interview movie, the one with like
Seth Rogen?
yeah, Seth Rogen. Yeah, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Someone threw a blood orgy and
Donkey Kong is in this movie?
Yes. Yeah, and yeah, so it's a very very colorful cast. So, but they didn't show him. Yeah, the only one they really showed is Mario, Bowser, and what do you call it? Yeah, Mario, Bowser, and a bit of Luigi and stuff like that. So, and did as far as like the visuals, I mean, definitely looked nice. I mean, it wasn't like the Sonic, you know, the Hedgehog when they first like announced that movie, and like everyone was complaining about the Sonic looking like ugly and stuff like that. You know, this one genuinely looks like is, you know, from the games and stuff like that, just a little bit more like detailed and stuff like that. So.
What are they following the story of like, oh, Princess Peach gets captured?
I mean, more or less, it's oh shoot, I fell off. It's more or less implied. But it's like, what do you call it? It's also kind of like a Mario origin story from what I got from the trailer and what a bunch of other people said too, because it was kind of like Mario like coming in out of pipe out of nowhere and being confused as to where he is, kind of thing. So they're kind of going like that kind of route with the movie, like oh, like Mario doesn't know where he is, like he's new to the Mushroom Kingdom, like he doesn't know why there's like mushroom people, you know, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I guess. Do you know his origin story?
I mean, he doesn't really have a you know, like a, you know, origin story that explains like that, like how he got into the Mushroom Kingdom. There have always been like, there was like the cartoon that they had, and then also like, you know, the original Mario movie was just live action that, you know, was terrible, but like, you know, they more or less kind of gave that same vibe where it was like Mario was like a plumber in Brooklyn, and then he like got into a pipe, and then he, you know, showed up in the Mushroom Kingdom kind of thing. But his like, you know, official origin and stuff in the, you know, in the games, like canonically, like has never been like, you know, specified or anything like that.
But it is all animated.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all animated. And I think it's like coming out like early next year, I want to say, like maybe spring of next year. It was originally supposed to come out this year in December, but I think it got delayed or something. So yeah, it's coming out sometime maybe like April or something. I don't know. That's what like the rumors and stuff are showing. But yeah, obviously they don't have like a confirmed release date yet. But it should be good though. I mean, I trust Illumination with this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're the ones making it.
Indeed alive and up to his tricks. When you're ready to break these cover, use that mark on the rogue site.
So we're supposed to shoot the target.
Mark him above her. Apparently she's a
Hmm.
what do they call this?
Double agent.
No, Goliath.
Oh.
Now let me slip into something more comfortable.
Clay says there's a traitor among us, and you need my ID. All yours, baby. Whoever the traitor is, Clay's gonna tear him limb from limb if I don't find him first.
Smooth operator. Now it's time to track down Quietfoot, hunter by trade, dead drop master. Been setting up listening devices to gather intel on the COV. Let's check his dead drop and see what he's been up to. Still can't believe one of my rogues went rogue, but I guess it's his name. Language, right? That's on me, my bad.
Oh, use a sight. Oh yeah.
Clay, hope you're hearing this. I think one of the rogues turned COV. I'm going undercover to investigate. Find me and we'll share intel. This Equilog will self-destruct in 3 seconds. Beep, beep, beep. Just kidding, Clay. I wouldn't kill you. We're family, buddy.
Unreal.
Jeez. Check that drop.
Someone definitely sold out the rogues, Clay. See, I infiltrated an offshoot of the Ringwater gang called the Budnicks. Turns out Aurelia Hammerlock offered one of the rogues the Eden 7 system in exchange for a key fragment.
Eden 7.
If you don't hear from me, buddy, then assume the worst. I'm either dead or captured. But come find me anyway. I'd do
I
it.
guess the worst might be dead.
Quietfoot's a crazy bastard. We go way back. You gotta find him.
Unreal. Unreal. There we go.
Still don't know what's happening with the Borderlands movie.
Oh, unreal.
Oh, I think it's a dead end. Not bad. Not bad.
What they need to do now is have a Borderlands and Guardians of the Galaxy crossover movie or game. Yeah, that'd be a good
I mean,
one.
this looks like a Guardians of the Galaxy kind of world.
Yeah.
Alien crap, whatever.
As I was saying, yeah, like just like the antics of the characters in Guardians of the Galaxy are very similar to the ones here. So, you know, obviously the one here is a little more uncensored, but I mean for Disney's standards. But I'm sure they could make something work.
Unstoppable.
Unreal. Then I also forgot to mention this too, but Theo's husband Jesus started working at one of the Sherwin-Williams.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he works at the Sugar Hill location. Which is
Inevitable with all the connections,
yeah.
Sherwin-Williams, La Rosa.
Yeah. This week was his first week or whatnot. So what do you call it? Yeah, it says it's what do you call it? It's nice so far. His store is actually slightly smaller than mine, which is saying a lot. Apparently, it used to be like what do you call it? Like the building used to be a McDonald's, and so I guess Sherwin bought it out and turned it into a building. So explain the size. As far as where it is, it's if you're on like Buford Highway, or not Buford Highway, what is it, Georgia 20, I guess they call it, the road that kind of goes in front of Mall of Georgia. I think it's called Highway 20.
Okay.
So which is the same road that my store is intersected with Highway 9, but yeah, Highway 20. It's with Highway 20 and Swanee Dam Road. So it's like kind of on the way to Lake Lanier if you were, coming from my house kind of thing. Like to where like the dam is in Lake Lanier. So it's pretty close to that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like in a public shopping center or whatnot around there. Yeah, actually.
Gravel Springs. Is that 20?
Well, I mean, I think it has a couple different names, but I don't know about Gravel Springs.
I'm not as familiar with the number at that.
Yeah, let me see. It's
Well, time to head to the docks and find my buddy Domino.
what do you call it? Buford Drive would be like in the Gwinnett side, and then it becomes Nelson Brogan Boulevard or something when it gets to Sugar Hill. And then I think eventually it becomes like Cumming Highway when it gets into like Forsyth. Yeah, when it gets into Forsyth, it's Cumming Highway.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, those names that keep changing are confusing.
Yeah, and then it's funny because when it's on the Gwinnett side, it's called Cumming Highway, but then when it's on the
The Forsyth side. It's
yeah,
different.
yeah, and then the other side it's Buford Highway. On the Forsyth side, yeah, it's Buford Highway. On the what do you call it? On the Gwinnett side, it's Cumming Highway, and then eventually it becomes Buford Drive later on when you get to like Mall of Georgia. So yeah, it's kind of confusing.
With the way you're going is like, oh, you're coming from Gwinnett, oh, you're going to Cumming.
Yeah.
From Forsyth, like, oh, you're going to
Buford. Yeah. If you're on this road, you're going to Buford. Like that's weird. But yeah, it's the same road that my store's on, and then there's like another store that's also on that same road too. That one's called the Buford Highway 20 store. That one's in the intersection with Buford Highway, or the intersection with Peachtree Industrial and what do you call it, and Buford Highway or Highway 20 or whatnot. So yeah, it's kind of unreal. Yeah, 20 is a pretty long road too. I think it starts in like Canton, and then like it goes through Cumming, then it goes through Sugar Hill, then Buford, then Lawrenceville, and I think it ends in Snellville somewhere. So it kind of crosses like all those like. Because it goes through downtown Lawrenceville, I know as well. If you stay on 20,
Right.
yeah.
Is that the Scenic Highway? No.
Possibly. I mean, I guess at that point, maybe it changes to Scenic Highway when it gets closer to Lawrenceville. I have to check the map again, but it might be honestly. So then Scenic Highway sounds familiar. So I have to. Well, it's funny because Highway 9 also has multiple different names too. When I think about it, in front of our store and my old store, it's Atlanta Highway. But I think if you go like farther south, it like changes to like, like something else, like Roswell Highway or something. Or those state roads just can't keep a consistent name. They gotta.
Everybody wants to have their own.
Yeah.
Every county.
Mm-hmm. They all can't decide on a unified name for it, Okay, I see. So no, it intersects with Scenic Highway. Scenic Highway goes through Lawrenceville, like from the north to south, and then this one's kind of like an east to west kind of road that intersects with it. So it's like the north part of like the city of Lawrenceville is that where it intersects with.
Okay. But 20 does or does not go to Snellville?
It does. It just like you have to keep going farther down. I think eventually it goes to Snellville, or no, it goes to Decula, and then it goes to.
Oh, Decula.
Yeah.
20 is that no 129 becomes Brazelton Highway in Decula area. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets a little weird when you go through Lawrenceville. It kind of like divides itself almost, and then like it turns into its own road again. I don't know. It's it's confusing. It's confusing. That's all I can say. It's all over the place. I already lost track. Yeah. No. Yeah. Point is, it's all over the. Oh yeah, another thing I went to a couple of days ago, which was the first time I had gone to something like this, was I went to it was like one of those like car race things, kind of like a NASCAR thing.
Yeah, the Le Mans thing that they had.
Yes, that's what I went to.
I was up in Oakland or Gainesville area.
Yeah, like it was like, yeah, it's on Winder Highway.
Yeah,
So it's
signs out there. I thought that would be interesting to go to, but I didn't go.
Yeah, I went to it because Ricky had a what do you call a ticket for it? A couple tickets that like his dad and his brother were gonna come up from Florida to go watch it, and then the hurricane thing happened, and so they weren't able to go, and so what do you call it? And so he had like the spare tickets and stuff like that. So then he wanted to was like talking to like me and then like some other guy that's like one of his full timers at his store, just like see if we were interested. And I was like, yeah, I mean, might as well. I've never been to like a like a race and stuff like that. And it was like from like noon to like what do you call it like 10 p.m. or something, which we pretty much stayed through most of it. And we were actually there a little early too, but what do you call it? But it was nice though. Definitely, it was a big course. The good thing was that the guy, Ricky's full timer from his store, like had been to this race multiple years, so he like knew like where was like the perfect spots to like go to and stuff like that to like get great views of the race. And of course, I mean, we moved around a lot because, like, obviously to get, like, different angles and stuff, and then, get, like, there's, like, a bunch of, like, stands with, like, that were, like, sponsored by, like, there's one that was, like, sponsored by Lexus, another one by, like, Ford, and there's, like,
oh, yeah, different car companies.
Yeah, and so, like, the cool part with a lot of them is, like, all you have to do, if you went up to them and, like, filled out a survey, like, you got, like, a free like t-shirt and stuff like that. So I pretty much got a bunch of free t-shirts from like all those car companies for filling out their surveys. So like I had like the Ford one, and I gave some of them to my dad and then some of them to my or to Fio's husband and stuff like that. And I was just like, yeah, because I mean, I like cars, but I'm not like that into like the brands and stuff. So I was like, yeah, let me just, I got all these shirts here, might as well, yeah. So, but yeah. Yeah, but it was nice. Funny enough, it was actually like not even like 5 or 6 miles away from where my uncle lives on Winder Highway, like right over there in that Braselton area. Which I know if I go the other direction, it goes to Flowery Branch, and then pretty close to where you live too. So I was like, yeah, in the other direction. So,
yeah, I mean, Oakwood, like where I was living before, like
yeah,
I was pretty close to that road, Winder Highway.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. I forgot that you just moved. But what do you call it? Yeah, like from your place in Oakwood where you used to live in. Yeah, the duplex. Yeah.
But yeah, I've driven by that track, and I'm like, oh, that's cool to see.
Yeah. I was glad the car that won, because there was like 3 types of cars like in the race. There was like prototype cars, which are like these like cool like modified like cars, stuff like that, like specifically made for racing. Then of course there was like the NASCAR looking cars and like some other type of cars that look like F1 cars. And so the prototypes were the fastest. The F1 car looking cars were like the second fastest, and then obviously like the NASCAR looking ones were the third fastest. And the cool part with the NASCAR looking ones is that the Lexus driver ended up winning, which I was happy about because Lexus Toyota Scion connection. I was like, might as well.
That's right.
Yeah, they gotta represent the brand, and so yeah, so it was cool. And then what do you call it? Yeah, I mean, pretty much spent the whole day there, and yeah, it was a nice little experience.
That's cool. How was it like when they were driving? Was it really loud?
Yes, I mean more so when you got like really close to it. Obviously, you know, there's like, you know, like areas where it was like grass and you can kind of just like sit and it was like on a kind of like a hill looking down at the track. And then like other parts where it was like some actual like chair or some like kind of seating area like right in front of the track. And then of course like those parts, you know, if you were closer to the track, it was like, you know, you'd hear like the cars like, you know, roaring by and like the engines and stuff like that going and all this other stuff. And but I mean it, you know, it really just depend on the like the area you were at. And I know like some people like it was like a multi-day event, so like the main race was on Saturday, but like the days leading up to it, like the 2 days leading up to it, like there were like other events on the track too, like, you know, a part of that. And so like there were people that like went in their RVs and stuff, and that's what Ricky's dad and his brother were gonna do. We're gonna go in an RV and like, you know, stay there for like the weekend and stuff. But then the hurricane thing happened, and then, you know, the direct path of the hurricane was actually gonna like look like it was moving through like north, you know, east Georgia and stuff like that, but it ended up kind of like going even more east than that, like towards the ocean. So it didn't really hit, you know, Georgia, if at all, you know. So it was kind of just like, yeah. So, you know, they could have technically still gone, but had they gone though, they might have been like leaving around the same time the people were evacuating and stuff. So they might have also been, you know, caught in that traffic too. So
What would
yeah.
be funny is if they did like RV races.
Oh, yeah, that would have been.
A bunch of RVs.
And Fidel goes in, you know, races his RV in there and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, kind of,
Have a bigger track for that.
yeah. Case, you know, and stuff like that. So there's that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I mean, it didn't happen too often. It was just like every once in a while, like, you know, I only got to see like one of them actually happen, like in front, you know, in front where we were sitting. But that one wasn't too bad. There was like one that, like, the whole like front part of the car was like, you know, like damaged. But that one was like on the other side of the track when it happened and stuff like that. But I mean, it was still kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's part of the fun.
Yeah, I don't know, part of the thrill of it. It's kind of unreal.
So it feels like this is a lose-lose situation.
He don't talk like us, does he? No.
For what?
All right. So
Like
what
we can
gives
either
West right? Been a long time
like
since
kill
you asked me for a
ourselves
drink.
in
Reckon
this
stuff
thing,
wasn't even in a barrel back then.
or
I wanted
we
to
can
talk
destroy
about
her.
Jacobs. Your daddy's
Sell
fine.
it.
Bonnie's
Side
smart,
mission.
that's all.
You either kill yourself
Down, he wants
in
to
the
know
death
how
trap,
far it's spread.
or you destroy the camera.
And what do we get from either or?
You get cash if you. I don't know what you get if you destroy the cameras.
If there ain't no
Oh.
Self-respect, I guess.
children won't come
Yeah.
into play. Yeah,
Integrity,
yeah, see, that's what I
but
want
it's
to
up to you.
discuss. Tom's come to let you in on a family secret. Well, I gotta be
It's the only way.
Wow, you actually did it! You are a total gun slut. And we just had a cool 100,000 followers, so win-win.
Gun, yeah, you got a
Done. Thanks, Wall Thief. I knew I could count on you.
Taking care of business.
I guess you can do it again.
I guess so.
I'll try it.
Yeah, you got squished. That's kind of unreal. I don't know if she'll say anything now, but you know, it's like,
Well,
oh,
I
no.
still have my integrity, so
Yeah,
there we go. You know,
that's true.
criminal sellout. That's what. I guess I'll try their gun.
Which one was the one they gave us? The
Terminal sellout is what it was called for me. And it has in red text, "Hey there, super fan."
oh, I don't see that. Oh yeah, there we go. I see it. Those are just a lot. Pistol. Unreal.
Yeah, so let's go back. The Rogue's base, is that? Oh yeah, that's way up there. We can fast travel.
All right, now shoot the consoles. Just kidding. Don't do that. Scan their IDs and activate the loop trigger. This is the most sophisticated tracker money can buy. Beats drones, bots, you name it, in every conceivable test. And without further, you know, that fancy word. Wait. Here it is. Loop track.
Hell yeah, holographic monkey.
Look, Tono smugglers. You wanna find something? Use a jabber. Fast as hell, got a nose like a bloodhead. We digitized that fast as much crap to wear. Ain't no turd farm. Now follow that jabber. That's the word. Without further ado, learn that from a guy I killed. Real egghead. You know, despite being betrayed by own, it feels good to be back in the field. It's a fancy word to learn from this area. Maybe should have chatted him up.
Come kill this turd farmer.
Here my gun is talking.
Yeah. It's kind of unreal.
That jabber's trying to tell us something.
Sell out.
What is it, monkey? Tell us.
Jabber
Speak.
said the fragment's just up there. Nice job, Jabber. Do your thing, baby. All right, Ball Hunter. Let's get that fragment. Find out who betrayed the rogues.
Unreal.
A mystery.
Another one-click buying plan. When your trigger goes click, it's time to buy.
Hmm.
Who cares about the fragment?
Got the fragment.
Alright.
After all this is done, you should join the road. We can use someone like you. I should tell you, Aurelia offered me a small fortune to turn against Wainwright, but I didn't take it. Montgomery Jacobs is the closest thing to a father I had. Well, those Calypso twins murdered him, and Aurelia helped. So when you and Wainwright are ready to make a move, let me know. And for the record, I'm in it for the money.
Arson rubies. What a sellout.
I am told you have recovered another vault key fragment. Please come see me on Sanctuary.
I go to meet Red Jabber, covered myself from head to toe in feces. Mounted on my shoulders are two enormous tusks, as Red Jabber wears them. Until this morning, I thought I was no closer in making a connection to Red Jabber. Yet, as I descended from the tree fort, I smelled that familiar odor. Feces. His. I know it well, I can assure you. I readied myself for an attack. Yet, to my surprise, a single dollop of dung awaited me at the bottom. Still carefully positioned there, and placed in the center, an enchanting orchid. Success!
That's weird.
Yeah.
I figure out how to get to that,
Yeah.
thing.
I figured you have to get on that weird, like, pipe thing.
I was thinking maybe so. I think I did it before, but I remember it being a challenge to figure out.
Yeah.
It may have been easier than I recall. Like I fumbled around for a while and
Yeah.
finally figured it out. Oh, I bet it.
That seems kind of unreal, to be honest. I could try to angle it over here, but
Angle is difficult.
Maybe run. No. I'm not seeing any other spots where I could kind of just like jump off of from here. Yeah. Unless it's oh, actually maybe. Okay. I think I might be getting somewhere. Oh shoot, no, dang it, I messed that up. Unreal. No, even worse off than I was before. Alright, hold on.
Do you think wherever you were is a good?
Yes. I think I was genuinely getting somewhere. It's just the problem is that you accidentally move a little too far to the left at one point, like you like fall off completely. But it was basically I was on this thing, and then no, I was over here. I was over here. I went here. I went to this fence over here. And I got on the fence right here, and then from the fence I got onto this thing up there. And then from this I got onto the pipe. And the pipe, then I got on top of this building. And then on the top of the building I got to the pipe. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm guessing here, I'll just go up here. And now from here, I guess this side.
Oh, dang it. Oh, it's you now.
Well, where's the satellite thing? Oh, here, I see it.
I think it's above.
There we go. That's great work. And there's the one of those
Pipe and logs, right?
yeah, over here, yeah. And this is the last one from this area.
Yeah. Oh. Wait, where's the loot? Ah. It's all the way over there. Can we fast travel to that? Oh my god.
Can?
I can fast travel to this. That's so cool.
Wait, where is it?
Wait. Is it? Wait, did I do that right? Maybe I did that wrong. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. It's all the way over there. Dang.
Over where?
Right there.
Oh, is it? Oh, type that drop. Okay, I see. But I mean, you could fast travel next to where I am. There's a fast travel station. You just have to walk all the way over there because there's no other fast travel station from here. As a, I guess just.
I'll try to just go this way. I don't know if it's gonna be faster.
Needed more training.
Luckily, the dead drops don't have all that much, you know,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Bring it, scrubs.
That is.
Kind of unreal. Almost there. Nice, we met up in the same area.
Yeah, all the way back here. Ah, it took us like the same amount of time.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
You're a little bit under leveled.
Unreal.
Hex grenade. That's what that. Alright. We tried.
It was worth a
Heard
shot.
all the stories.
Yep.
There's what's his name? Deadshot or something.
Has he got a mission?
No, he was just the support. He just hangs out here basically.
It's incredibly unreal.
join you at the vault. Canis, I don't like this.
Lilith, I understand your concern, but the facts remain. The Calypsos will come to feed on the vault monster. My presence is required to ensure that when they arrive, their dinner plate will be empty. Trust me, Lilith, it has to be me.
It's her choice to go down, Lilith. And we have to do something where the Calypsos get exactly what they want.
Well, we're not taking advice from her.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Ava? Human emotions are well outside of my expertise. I must state the obvious. Troy Calypso killed Maya, not Lilith. There is enough fighting going on out there. This may not have been the family you signed up for, but it is the one you want.
Tannis,
Touche.
Hey.
What's the next step? Wainwright knows where the final key from. Go for the vault. This time, the Calypsos come.
Wainwright seemed pretty revved up. I can't blame him. Who wouldn't jump at the chance to take back what was stolen from them?
Good luck, Vault Hunter. Don't worry, I got this ship on lockdown, baby.
Things could be worse. I could still be a writer. I'll take it.
hey, wanna lift weights with
Promising
me?
nothing.
Unreal.
Don't tell me what to do. Right, let me, Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, just see if they got anything good here at the shop. Nothing that stands out.
All I'm saying is, if you don't buy an SDU, you're probably going to die. A fine start, but
Alright, I'm good to go.
probably not.
Okay. Oh, wait, Right, here we go. How's everything in the church?
It's been going good so far. The benefit of working at this new store is that my manager's the one that mainly works on what do you call it, on Sundays. So I'm able to come more often and stuff like that. Because the few Sundays that he does take off, are few and far in between. So usually I'll be working the Saturdays and he's working the Sundays. But what I was gonna say, but as far as like church though, yeah, I'd say it's good. What do you call it? They're having the International Food Day in a couple Sundays.
Okay.
Yeah, which I think it happens to be on the Sunday that I'm going to the wedding, so I won't be able to go, which is unfortunate.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be missing it.
Ricky's wedding.
Yeah.
Okay. It's in Orlando?
Yeah, no, it's in like the Savannah, like South Carolina beach area. Yeah, like right in the border of the Georgia and
He he doesn't have family over there, right? That's just like a destination wedding.
Well, no, it's like a halfway point because you know his family lives in Orlando, and you know, be kind of a halfway point for you know them and us. So, and plus, like it's an area of Georgia that none of us have been to, so it's just like yeah, might as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Savannah's nice. It's a fun little place.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool to.
Very touristy.
Very be cool to see because it's the only you know part of Georgia like I said I've never been, and especially since it's like a beach too. It's like you know I've been to plenty of beaches in Florida, but you know never to a Georgia beach. So
Yeah, I went in the wintertime, so like you know.
yeah, you can't really yeah.
Water, but...
Yeah, same. I mean, what are you going in? I mean, it's mid-October, so I mean, more than likely. I mean, I guess if the temperature's hot enough, you know, maybe like, but you know,
if it's warm outside, like you might be able to get away with it.
yeah, have to be somewhere in like the late 70s, you know, 80s kind of thing. The 60 would be too cold. Yeah, at that point, it's the 60. It's
It would have to be a warm
yeah,
October day.
yeah. Which I figured, you know, since it had been pretty warm, you know, like last month and the month before, it's like, oh, but it's actually been getting a little chillier in the morning. We felt that too.
For sure.
Like, it's been like, last morning it was like 50, 52 or something in the morning. And it was like, oh, I'm feeling the winter already. But it's only in the mornings though, because as soon as it's like 7 or 8 p.m. or no a.m., it starts to like get to like the late 60s, and then you know throughout the day it's like this, you know, 70s. But it's really just like you know late at night or early in the morning where you kind of feel it.
Yeah, it's been really nice weather.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. Ooh, black spellers.
Unreal.
That passage should have put you smack dab in the powder zone. A barrel delivery pipe ain't far. Get moving and watch your stray shots. That means insurance when you got good gear.
Let's say definitely let me know when you need to get on that the paint. We can hook you up. This is technically my new store would in a way be considered slightly closer, you know, than you know my old store by like 10 minutes. So yes, you know, there's some time saving there, I guess. Yeah.
Get good or get dead, scrub.
That'd be kind of unreal.
Shotgun.
All they have right now is a Jacob's AR.
Good shotgun.
Right on time, Father. We're at the controls now. It's a closet full of color-coded levers and dials. Winnie, you didn't tell me we needed to solve an elaborate puzzle. Nonsense. An elaborate puzzle is its own reward. Vault Hunter, all you have to do is push the request button by that delivery pipe and open the tube near you.
Abandoned with a TV on his head.
Huh. May have been his downfall.
Yeah.
Ooh. It has the gunner seat. Oh.
What?
You have the gunner seat now. I can jump on the
Oh.
deck and fire a weapon.
Oh, unreal.
Oh man, we're gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
Been waiting for this.
If you want to kill Wayne,
Oof.
Hold it back.
Unfortunate.
Oh, bad eyes. Man, she is.
Oh, well, let's try it now. Here, get on.
Oh. Mr. Gunner seat. This is out of him? Oh, no. Didn't do too much against her.
She was like immune for like half of that.
Alistair, are you alright? Me? What about you? You were shot just as much as I was. Oh, I'll be fine. Not the first time I've had lead in my belly. Just have to clench. Ha! Oh.
Thank you, Vault Hunter, for giving her every chance and humoring a blinded fool of a brother.
You two gonna live? You got a little shot.
We will survive the trip back to the lodge. It's up to you to finish the task, Vault Hunter.
Right, the vault. To reveal the entrance, you'll have to solve some light statue-based riddles out in the garden.
Can't you just tell me the answers?
Oh, I do apologize. Are you hearing this, Alistair? The Vault Hunters lost all whimsical intrigue.
forgive when he gets cranky when he's been shot. Do just try solving the riddles, Vault Hunter.
I mean, it's
The
understandable.
statue is out there on the terrace. Just have to recreate how the subject died.
Once you clear the path to the vault, I will join you with the rest of the vault key.
That's the founder himself, Singleton Talbot Jacobs. Quite the eye for detail he had, even if it caused him to miss the big picture. Listen to the recording for a hint.
Singleton was keen with tools. He kept a wrench in pocket to finely tune the tools of war that caused his sails to rocket. He peered too near his Christmas gear, and the bullet went right through his socket.
Singleton got held up, and all he cared to do was inspect the bore of the robber's rifle. That is, until the robber shot him in the face. Head to the menagerie next.
His holster is missing a gun.
What's up?
His holster? Like, it's empty.
Unreal.
Unreal.
Maybe he's
But he got
abused.
robbed.
Yeah.
And he looked at the gun and he's like, this sucks. And they shot him.
Even Iron
Yeah.
Smashy, smashy.
This menagerie was installed by my great uncle Maddox. Maddox didn't trust a soul. The man preferred having bars between him and the rest of the world. He once measured his spaghetti on the suspicion that his cook was short noodling him.
Scrub.
Wow! You actually hit something!
I got something for that.
Nah, did you run out of bullets?
Maddox was a nervous man who never left his room. The outside world was full of those who surely meant him doom. While his concentration was on ruination, the gun at his back went kaboom.
Yep, old Maddox spent so much time looking out the window, he never noticed that his butler was plotting his demise. Gothic drama. The final riddle is in the greenhouse.
Oh yeah. Look at the teamwork. Woo! Seems so fun.
Does it have unlimited ammo and stuff?
Seems like it.
Nice.
I'm on a freaking roll! Try to keep up.
coordinate with me.
This greenhouse was installed by my grandfather, Warden. First Jacob to sell firearms to someone without a mustache. And a great vision and greater greed. It was him that made Jacobs into a galactic name, even if it was just a means of lining his wallet.
Feel it!
You earned it! Get out!
And boom goes the dynamite!
This it!
I'm gonna trash ya!
Here they come!
You're better than me!
Yes. Definitely better than.
Hunt the grunt! Reveal your secrets, Crystals.
Old Montgomery Jacobs. He catches up to me and demands to know where I was going. So I say, you know where I'm going, Monty. Then I hear the click of a pistol chamber. He says, Jacobs might have escaped a big war, but the next one is coming. The War of the Vaults. Good thing there's no vault here, huh, DeLeon? I nod slowly. And if the great Typhon DeLeon couldn't find that vault, no point in anyone else looking. He smiles and hands me a solid gold revolver. Pleasure doing business with you, DeLeon.
Warden waxed his boots and floors to show off his great profit. So burnished was the catwalk that he stepped and slipped right off it. The worst of the falls went right to his balls. The damage was catastrophic.
Warden tripped in the factory and died. Well, the doctor had to invent a new name for his injury. Called it fatal testicular devastation or some such thing. An innovator till the end, my grandpappy was. See, you sniffed all those riddles out like a saurian in heat. Head back to the terrace. There'll be a switch to reveal the entrance to the vault. See, Winnie? The Vault Hunter enjoys solving elaborate puzzles as much as you do. Yes, I do suppose the heart of an adventurer still beats with me.
I'm adventurous as hell! I've eaten street meats you've never even heard of. Honestly, fry anything and I'll eat it.
Head to the vault. I will meet you there.
Floating tomb.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's also kind of unreal.
Yeah. It was there the whole time.
Yeah.
I just couldn't see it.
Yeah. If it was floating, why don't we just get like a spaceship, a little mini one, and just fly it around it, you know?
Oh, makes sense. Little jetpack.
Yeah, it would have saved us the vault key.
You made it.
Well, we lost the jetpacks on Sanctuary when we took off and Claptrap destroyed everything.
Yeah, that's kind of unreal.
We haven't much
Sure,
time.
first.
Forgive me. It's a thing I heard someone say once. I always wanted to try it. Anyway, there's no time for parlor tricks. I will assemble the vault key.
You know where to find me. Dimes for suckers and psychos. Try Dr. Zed's Insta-Health. Buy yourself a mod for the Merc with class.
I trust you know where to put that.
Take care of the Vault Monster. Then we will eradicate it before the Calypsos arrive. Guardians? This makes no sense. There's supposed to be an enormous monster inside a vault.
Just got on the gunner's spot.
Now you're ready. Or whatever this is.
The Grave Ward. It looks so cool.
Yeah,
I wish we could be friends.
You just fit into the background. I couldn't even tell he was there the whole time.
For a monster, get a monster.
Oh shoot. You can fall off the stage on this one if you...
Yeah, I think you can fall off.
So let's try again. skeleton.
Oh shoot! Almost jumped off.
Well done, Vault Hunter. Now, I've been working on some experimental technology that should allow us to neutralize the Vault monster.
Oh, hello, Tannis.
Breathe, Tannis. You can do this. Let's give it a try. You may want to stand back. As I said, experimental tech. Yes, it's working. I hope. Tannis, you all right? Just a little more. Ah, excellent, it worked. I told Lilith it would. Sir Hammerlock once told me that when hunting a beast, it's best to deny its sustenance. Starving creatures make mistakes. Now Tyrene Calypso will be unable to derive power from the Vault Monster.
What the actual dick? Did you just kill the Vault monster for real? Come on! Now there's no point in any of this! I'm so hungry! I guess I'll... I don't know, leech a pile of tanks? They're like popcorn shrimp, but more screaming.
You guys really suck. You know that? Totally uncalled for.
It seems we're alone. You may proceed into the vault to collect your loot. Meanwhile, I will examine the Iridian technology out here.
Yeah, I think this is where we unlock that other artifact.
Yeah.
What thing?
This vault is indeed connected to the Promethea Vault you opened, as well as Pandora, and a fourth vault symbol I do not recognize. Could Tyrene Calypso be telling the truth about the Great Vault? I am concerned. Come out and we will return to Sanctuary together. Lilith will want to hear about this.
Kind of unreal with the loot, but
Yeah, there wasn't a lot here. The real loot was just the adventure. Usually they have more iridium. Like, there's like no iridium here either.
it's very disappointing.
I guess we get the artifact slot, so that's...
Yeah. That's the only plus side of this whole experience.
See you soon, Sarge.
Cannot travel with layers down, but I still travel.
Oh, who was down?
No, I jumped off the cliff at the last second.
Oh. What are these?
Do it!
Tannis! Ah, crap.
And she's gone. Oh man, when you killed that monster, I was like, shoot. But we've got our eye on a bigger prize.
Lilith, the Calypsos just took Tannis.
No, damn it! Vault Hunter, I need you back on Sanctuary now!
What? Really? Seems unnecessary. Sanctuary. Allie is in the menu, so... Who's Allie?
ally. Unreal.
Oh. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Allie. Out of the menu now.
Should have seen it coming. This is exactly what I was afraid of.
Yeah, you should have seen it coming. Unreal.
She's already dead. There's still time.
Afraid of that she did see it coming again.
Yeah.
We kidnapped your scientist.
Balex, what do you think?
I want to see her alive. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, cause you eat butts. Skag butts. It's us! Did you guess? Cool masks, right? Pre-order bonus. Oh, time, pledge drive.
So, spoiler, we are crazy close to opening the Great Vault. We found the key, BT Dubs, and it is huge! So we need a crap ton of iridium to charge it, and you know what that means? Let's drive! And since our followers go apeshit every time we maim or murder one of you, we put the next one up to a vote!
Would you believe it? The weird scientist was our most requested murder. Beat out annoying robot by just a bit.
Damn it! Speaking of murder, Carnivore is getting hungry. Show's starting soon, and it's gonna be a killer.
They're gonna kill her if we don't do something.
Tannis risked everything.
Had enough of you,
from getting
Ava.
involved, monster.
Get out of here. Go to your room.
Dying for the entertainment of two psychopaths. We're going back to
Carnivore is fun.
Vault Hunter,
It's a fun
save her.
series.
Calypso's mentioned a Carnivora. Go find Vaughn. I sent him to an old Crimson Raiders outpost in Devil's Razor. He's been monitoring COD movements. He'll know what's going on.
I saw somebody. Somebody's car. It said their license plate was like Pirate Life. I was thinking of Bandit Life. Bandit Life. Go Sun Smashers.
That's pretty much more or less the same thing. Bandit, pirate,
Right.
you know, yeah.
I think so.
Friendship! You drown Maurice with joy!
What ho! Not calling you a hoe, mind you. I'm quite sex positive, just one of my many charming turns of phrase.
With Hammerlock and his giant chairs.
Yeah,
And
it's
a
weird.
giant chair here too. It's like, yeah, I don't see the need in that, but alright. I guess if you want to make sure that you'll never be, tall enough to where like your head kind of leans on the back of or on the top of the chair, I guess. He just wants it always
I
in
guess
that,
so.
like, yeah, always in that sensation where your head's like, still on the couch, where it's
Always have
top.
neck support.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's probably it. Always have neck support.
Walk alone. What level are you?
33. Yes, probably this is a good stopping point, I guess.
Sure, if you want, yeah. What time is it? 9:45? Yeah, probably.
Come in.
Here, I was gonna give you these if you want them.
What?
Let's see. This one might be too low, but that one was fun. This one is almost, 34, decent.
I definitely want this SMG right here. I'll take that.
And then this one was decent too as an SMG. Like,
I'll take this shotgun. Yeah, I'll just stick with this SMG, the first one you gave me.
Welcome.
Probably sell some stuff too.
Tell your friends and your enemies.
yeah, the one. Well, I think I gave you an assault rifle that was like corrosive.
Yeah.
That one is the one where if you kill the enemy with that, it launches like little corrosive balls out and that can hit you.
Yeah.
And like take down your health really quickly.
Yeah, that's the same thing with the ice one too. It just blows up and if you're nearby it could, take you out as well. It took me out a couple times. Alrighty, well, that was fun.
Yeah, made some good progress.
Yeah, it was great work.
Great work. Yeah, now we got the final slot.